than a week ago. You told me that you got me when your check came home. I've been waiting patiently cause you my homie, bro. But times is getting hard, so I'ma need to see that cheddar though. You ain't been picking up, you finding escapes. I might have to white you out just like you Colgate. You been ducking at the crib thinking that you safe, but little do you know I'm posted right up in your driveway. I'ma beat you up, I'ma tear you down.
What's up, YouTube? King Smog has returned to pollute your social media feed with the toxicity that was once thought to be exclusive to the Santa Ana riverbed. So an individual that is caught up in the exact same indictment as Casanova 2 times, one Brandon Soto, aka Stacks, is now looking at the death penalty for his involvement in the murder of 15-year-old Jalani Jones. Stacks was caught on surveillance camera dropping off the still unidentified shooter in Poughkeepsie, New York, the night that the Jones murder transpired. Stacks was later seen on a surveillance camera driving back to Brooklyn directly after. This prompted law enforcement to then seize the vehicle that Stacks was driving. However, Gorilla Stone Nation members proceeded to steal the vehicle from the impound and then drive it to Upper Manhattan, where it was allegedly set aflame in an obvious effort to destroy whatever evidence would have been found in the vehicle. Now, it's important to note that Mr. Soto and Casanova 2 times were both found to have sent messages on Instagram that implemented themselves in these RICO-worthy criminal acts. Additionally, Stacks' cell phone also contained text messages that discussed the murder. Now, forget what I gotta say about the Dirty Dozen +6 indictment incident. Let's hear about what the feds had to say about it.
On September 21st, 2020, Brandon Soto, to further the Gorilla Stone enterprise, participated in and facilitated the murder of a minor victim and aided and abetted the same in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Now, what makes Brandon Soto's case unique is the fact that the death penalty has been added, despite the fact that he is not being accused of being the shooter. They know that he is not the one who pulled the trigger, so they are charging him with an offense called travel act murder. This federal statute requires that the government prove that the defendant used or forced another to use an interstate commerce or similar facility with murderous intentions. Remember, the government only has to prove intent.
You understand? So if y'all really love Jalani, this is for the people who got kids, that got kids. Even if y'all don't, like I told y'all, you know what I mean? If y'all can help us the best way y'all can, you understand? So we can get what we need to get as far as the right way, if y'all know what I'm saying. And like I said, what I can explain to each and every one of y'all, as far as the ones who have kids, y'all gotta tune in more with your kids. This is everybody, whether your kid is 50, whether your kid is 2. Y'all gotta tune in with your kids more. And so I'm telling y'all, for the people who got kids that's alive, just going to their Instagrams, going to their Snapchat. Y'all gotta do that. I'd rather have my kid to be mad at me and hate me, you understand, than to be alive. You feel me? So this is, I'm just showing y'all where I lacked and where I failed, where y'all could basically keep y'all kids alive and everything going and we could break the cycle.
Now, you gotta deal with trying to come to terms with losing my little brother. That was my baby, you know? I took care of him. He was at my house every day. We were a close family. You guys don't understand the pain that we go through. You don't understand the pain when you pull a trigger that the family goes through. My mom now, that was the only thing that we had close to the brother that we just lost. He was the spin image of him. And now we don't have that. He was a funny kid. Very quiet, he was shy. He was loud. He liked to dance, and he loved basketball. He wouldn't hurt anybody. So for them to do him the way they did him, it's so wrong. It's so wrong.
17 of the 18 indicted faced charges that, if found guilty, could result in a life sentence. Shanae Outlaw, charged with conspiracy to commit racketeering as well as aggravated identity theft, is the co-conspirator who was spared the L, facing a max of 20 years. Yet Stacks is the only member facing the death penalty. While surveillance footage did help, it is primarily the messages that the feds recovered from his cell phone and Instagram account that, quote, prove he participated, facilitated, aided, and abetted the murder of a minor victim, end quote. It is safe to conclude that Stacks' status as a validated GSN member has given the government all the leeway they need to attach the death penalty to his case, despite the Fed's inability to identify the shooter. Now let it be known, I wish to cast the darkest shade among those who assume that Casanova 2x would sing like a canary in an effort to quickly achieve freedom and possibly preserve his career as a shitty rapper. I also want all the smoke with those who question whether GSN qualifies to receive the racketeering charges, while simultaneously stating that the death of the minor Jalani Jones was unwarranted. Clearly, these are the YouTubers who will side with the streets during a ELM uprising one day and the next day speak on their Black Panther attribute being a detriment to society. You are either pro-street and anti-law enforcement or pro-law enforcement and anti-street, praising the efforts of Antifa one day and the next day condemning the acts of rogue protesters, making it crystal clear that you will side with whatever narrative receives the most support, which make your opinions obsolete simply because they stem from an individual who is spineless in will. It is your will that reflects your integrity and supports your morale. Those too scared to state where their will lies will inevitably tuck their tail between their legs when the slightest detection of another's ill will is imposed upon them. Please do society a favor and stay away from issues of debate. Allow yourself to spontaneously combust into oblivion and far away from the YouTube community. With that, I thank you for watching, and I encourage you to like, comment, and shoot that sub of sustenance.